There's a version of motherhood no one really prepares you for. It's not the sleepless nights or the endless battles, it's the quiet moments where you start to question if you're doing enough, if you are enough. And if you're anything like me, you've scrolled past the highlight reels, the perfect bodies, the clean homes, the full glam, and thought, how's she doing all that? And I'm just trying to make it through the day and clean these bottles. But here's the truth that changed everything for me. What you see online is not always what's real. And the moment I stopped trying to measure up to someone else's chapter, I started showing up better in mine. So, in today's video, we're going to be talking about comparison, contentment, and what it really means to live a life that's grounded in purpose, peace, and confidence, no matter what season that you're in. If you've been feeling overwhelmed, behind, or just like anytime you get on your phone, you see someone you're scrolling and they're just like 10 steps ahead of you with their fitness or their lifestyle, their nutrition, this video is for you. So I know personally how overwhelming it is, especially if you're a new mom like me. You see people's 90-day snapbacks, people snapping back real quick, real easy. You're like, I don't doing it. I don't got the time to do that. It feels like you're failing. It feels like you're questioning everything about what you've been doing and where you are right now. And I'm just honestly just really here to tell y'all that social media is a highlight reel. And I know you've heard that before, but I'm your girl to tell you that it's just a highlight reel. If you're new to my page, hey, I'm Tiana, aka Coach Ty, nutrition, fitness, and life coach. I'm really just here to make it realistic, stress-free for y'all to actually start living your best life, feeling good in your skin again, feeling sexy AFA, and just confident. And yeah, I'm really just all about making this very realistic and simple. So today we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get into it. I got some takeaways for this video, and I told myself I needed to film it, even though I've been overwhelmed with my baby. I've been overwhelmed with not taking care of myself. My nails aren't done. I haven't done my nails. Haven't done my hair in a week. Like just yeah. If you're in this position, you know how it feels. And so today we're gonna do my hair. I think I'm gonna do a twist out. And then I'm gonna go over exactly what you need to be doing instead of stressing and comparing yourself. We're gonna get into comparison and how it's a thief of all the joy that you could be having in your life right now. Okay, so I wanna make sure I'm consistent. Come on, let's track my face. Okay, so we're gonna talk about feeling like, I know you always feel like you have to get it right. Okay, listen. I've been there. I am there. I am her. I feel like just this perfectionism of it all. It really takes away the joy of just living and learning, right? When you're always trying to do everything perfect, and it's just such a heavy load. And that's, again, beauty, taking care of yourself, especially if you're a new mom like me or just a mom in general, like taking care of yourself, taking care of your body, taking care of your spirit, nurturing your friendships, your relationships, all the things. You just want to get it right. You don't want to F up. Like I don't want to F up. At least that's always been my issues. I don't want to F up or do something wrong. And it's just the weight of always trying to get it right. It kind of prevents us from actually getting it right, if that makes sense. Because there's no right or wrong way of doing life, right? We talk about nutrition, like, oh, I have to eat clean every day. I have to eat perfect every day. But what happens when, let's talk about me for today. Today, my baby had to go to the doctor's office and I couldn't eat healthy. I mean, I did. I'm not gonna hold you, I did. But I had to eat on the go because my baby wakes up late. I mean, he wakes up early. Depending on how I'm feeling, if I went to bed at night, y'all know how it is. Moms, we only have our little bit of time at nighttime to take care of ourselves and have a good time and do something for ourselves. And so sometimes we want to stay up a little bit later than we should. You know, it needs to be like that. And yeah. Anyways, I'm not gonna hold y'all. My baby woke up at 7, so I was actually very grateful for that. But I had to take him to the doctor's office at 8 a.m. Like, of course I got Chick-fil-A. But you know what I did do? You know what I did do? Because you know what? I'm not going to be perfect. I'm going to try my best to do as much as I can, the best way possible. I actually went ahead and got myself some a grilled chicken with the eggs. And I only ate a couple of the hash browns, not too many, because, again, I just wanted to make sure I got the protein and the fats because it's going to have those fats in there. I had to take my baby to the doctors. I didn't get to work out. I didn't get to do my journaling. I didn't get to pray the way I wanted to, at least. You know, I didn't have that privacy time. None of that this morning. Everything just out the window because I'm taking care of somebody else. And it happens to us all the time. But you know what I did do when I got home? I made us lunch. And not only lunch for today, I made lunch for today and tomorrow on my griddle. Got it in, got it out the way. Because at the end of the day, I only could do what I can do, However, after that, I did have to deal with a fussy baby all day and it worked my everlasting nerves. That's why we got this drink right here. It'd be like that sometimes. It'd be like that. It ain't like that all the time. But it'd be like that sometimes. I think sometimes, like, we're just, as women, we are always looking for validation. And so when we're comparing ourselves to other people, like, damn, like, I wish my life was that easy. You know what I mean? You wish, like, you had the extra help. Like, my husband helps amazingly. My husband's awesome. But he works, you know what I mean? And so, like, my family work. My mom work. My mother-in-law work. Everybody work. I can like drop my baby off and like, look, you gonna take my baby for a couple hours? And even then, you still have to pay for childcare. So it's just so many different things. It's just a lot of mental load. And I'm running on a tangent, but say a week ago was my son's birthday. And in the beginning, I was like, can we just have I wanted to just have a simple birthday, right? I wanted to have a simple birthday. Chick-fil-A, I'm using IGK's Good Behavior, by the way, for those of y'all wondering, for my blow dry. So I was like, I want to have a very simple, very easy birthday, because all the events that I've had previously have been big events, expensive big events, and they've been always so stressful to plan, trying to coordinate, everybody wants to put in, it's just overwhelming. And everybody got an opinion, just too much. And so like, I saw this post on Pinterest and I was seeing it was like a fitness type vibe. So it came together well. I'll post some pictures. It came together well. The fitness birthday came together well. My baby had an amazing birthday. It was a great turn. Everything was great. But throughout the whole process, it was kind of like one of those things where it's like, why are you doing all this in the first place? Post on social media for people to see it? Like, what validation are you getting? Who are you trying to prove to? You know what I'm saying? That, you did something great. Like, oh, your son had an amazing birthday, like a 1-year birthday party or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So at least that's, again, you got to ask yourself sometimes, ladies, like, why are we doing the things that we are doing? And what is the purpose of it? Is it for me to feel good about me, or is it to prove something to other people in the world? Right. And that's something that I just, I want us to sit back and really think about the things and the reasons that we do so many different things, because it's popular. Everyone's doing it. You don't want to feel left out, all these different things. And it sucks like that we have this much pressure on ourselves. So that's why I'm trying to say, like, the mental load of it all can make us feel like if we're not doing that, if our kid don't got the bouncy machine, the blowy machines, all the little hoop, the hoop, the hoop, the ha, I'm not a good mom. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the best mom. And sometimes we have to like give ourselves grace in that area, and not compare ourselves to other moms, right? Or other women that are going through those same things, or that are, in those same seasons that we're in, right? So that's part one of the mental load of always trying to get it right. So I'm actually, you know what? I've never done this before, but I'm actually going to just blow dry each section as we go. That way we could talk throughout the sections. I think I'm going to use... I'm doing a twist out or braid out with no hair products. We're gonna make it work. We spend so much time scrolling, okay? And seeing everyone's highlights reel. We see the best lighting, the best body, the best workouts, the best meals, all of that. But what we aren't seeing is the emotional roller coasters, the ups and downs, us hitting the wall. We don't get the full story. You only get like a curated glimpse each and every day. So when you're judging yourself by someone's curated glimpse of their day, the best shot, the best lighting, the best angles, the best meals, you're not getting the full picture of, okay, well, she's perfect. She has everything together. She got the body, she got the hair, she got the man, she got the child, she got the bag, she got the shoes, she got the jewelry, she got the outfit, she got all of that. And you just sitting there feeling like, oh, little Nancy drew in a corner and you ain't got nothing. At least that's how it makes you feel. And so that's why we can't compare ourselves to other people, because you don't know the full story. You don't know the emotions, the mental battles that girl may be going through, and the tears that she may have gone through before she posted that. Because I can tell you, as someone that does content, I have had days where I feel like shit. Maybe I cried the day, battled that day. Like today was not the best day for me on my cycle, not feeling that best, but I still showed up because at the end of the day, this is work for us, right? This is our job to still show up. And then you got to think about it like, okay, why wouldn't they show up to work? Because I show up to work and maybe working 9 to 5, whatever, maybe work from home, whatever. Would you just not show up to work because you just feel like shit? No. Would you just not put yourself together for the day because you feel like shit? No. And you really got to think about it like that. You can't compare yourself to what you see on social media. And I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking to myself, because I too have done that. You get on social media, you look at, oh man, I remember when I had me again. Y'all know if you don't know my story, I'm a personal trainer, right? So I was a bikini competitor beforehand. And then I got pregnant right in the middle of my season. And it was just a complete shift to go from super shredded, super fit to big AF. Okay. Eating burgers. And I don't eat red meat. Like I started eating red meat that year, like 2023 is when I started eating red meat for real. So it was just so many different things happening at one time, And so if you're constantly triggered by comparing yourself, it's time to step away from that and start recurating your feed for yourself. It's okay to unfollow people. It's okay to mute people. It's okay to stop overindulging in your favorite content creators. And I have to remind myself this because I do the same thing. I see people, I love them, they're beautiful. Like, oh, that's a beautiful aesthetic. That's that, that's that. But then when you're done, after you got that hit, how do you feel? How do you fucking feel? You don't feel that great. You feel like your shit's not good enough, and it is good enough because there's somebody out there that wants your life. And I know that's ludicrous to even say. I know it's crazy to say because we think to ourselves, our lives could be so much better. But honestly, like, there's always going to be somebody that has a little bit more than you, is doing a little bit more than you. And you are the person probably that's doing a little bit more than the person behind you. And you don't even see the person behind you. You're so busy looking ahead, trying to look at everybody else's stuff. And it's just like, wow, like I didn't even think about it like that. It's like, you got to really protect your peace. Like, especially if you're a new mom like me, like you got to really, or you're in a new season. This video is not just for moms. It's for people, women, any woman that's in a new season with herself and she's trying to like take it to the next level. You're trying to rebuild yourself from the inside out. And you're like, you want to be motivated. You want to be inspired. So you start following all these beautiful women, all these fine ass, badass bees. You know what I'm saying? That's waking up 5 a.m. doing this stuff. And then you're like, oh, my life sucks. Like, I can't get up at 5 a.m. I can't meal prep every single day of the week. I can't do this. I can't do that. What can you do? What can you take from whatever they're showing you and make it your own and make it work for you? I was watching one of my favorite people. Her name's Janet. She's awesome. And she always say, like, take what you need and leave what you don't. And that's such a core thing to tell somebody, because you don't need everything from every influence, from every person. And I'm not saying that influencers are bad or content creators are bad or people that are making content on the web is bad. No, that's their God-given gift, right? To be able to create a lifestyle and a career out of something that, God has given them the confidence, I guess you could say, to do, the willpower to do, right? And do it well. And so, again, you can't compare yourself to people, and it's their freaking job. And it's, again, topping myself. Let's do this side of my hair really quickly. We got our braid. So y'all see what I did? I did a little braid, and then I did like a little twist on the end because I just want a different look. I don't want to straighten my hair because I just had my hair straight a couple weeks ago. But I do want more of a stretched out look so that I just want a different look. Okay, y'all know vibes. I could be the blackboard, you can be the top, I can be the phone. Yeah, when the sky comes falling, even when the sun don't shine, I got faith in when I put your pretty little hand in. Even when we're down to the wire, baby, even when it's even war day. One of the biggest lies that we tell ourselves is that we're behind. But who we behind? Who you behind? Who said that, you had to be a certain size by now? Who said that you had to be having a certain income by now? Like, that timeline is made up and it's definitely outdated. Like, it's 2025. There is inflation, okay? There is inflation. There is things going on that wasn't going on 30 years ago. The pressure to hurry up and become this ultimate healed version of yourself yesterday is going to keep you stuck in this loop of feeling like a failure, feeling disconnected to the version of you that actually makes you feel good. This is not a race. I think sometimes we think it's a race because we feel like we're behind and we're trying to catch up to other people. And that's why I say you can't be comparing yourself all the time, because if you do, you're going to feel like you're behind all the time. And then you're going to feel like you're not doing enough, and it's going to work. It's going to mess with your self-esteem. Your healing, your rebuilding stage, it's layers to this, right? It's layers to this. It takes time to do this. It's not something that's going to just magically happen overnight. And then all of a sudden you're healed. All of a sudden you've just immediately lost to 30 pounds or 20 pounds, 10 pounds, whatever it is. Immediately you got the meal prepping down. Immediately you got all the outfits, all the clothes, all the bags, the full bank account, all the things tomorrow. That's not how it works. Okay. That's not how it works. I was watching this one video by this other content creator. I forgot her name, but she was talking about the aesthetic of quiet luxury. And she was just saying how like so many people will promote it, but they won't tell you how they actually got it exactly, because you don't know what they're doing to get what they got. And two, not taking away from nothing nobody, but I say it, but anyway. And two, you don't know the suffering they had to do to get to that point, and how long they've been grinding to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying all of us aren't grinding really hard. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying you just don't know. You just don't know. You can't focus on other people and what they have going on. You got to really sit back and focus on you and what you have going on, and just be focused on that and what God has for you. Okay. Well, I made a post recently and it said, be obsessed. Don't be obsessed with yourself. Be obsessed with what God has for you. And if you focus on that, then you'll actually get the things that's really in your heart that you truly desire, because you're focused on who's going to actually provide it for you. Because it's not the people that you're watching on social media. It's not the people at all. They're not going to give you anything. And I know I'm talking on social media, but I'm telling y'all the truth. Like, you really got to seek inward to really get what you want from this life. And it's not going to be sitting down, comparing yourself on how perfect everyone else's life look. This is why maintenance is just really hard for so many women. Like, we love the hustle of like the process, and we're addicted to that process. But you know, we get bored with sustainability of it all. Like, I mean, let's be honest. Who wants to really go to the nail salon and sit in the nail salon for 3 hours to get your nails done? I don't have the time for that. But it looked good, right? Let's just celebrate the season that we're in right now. Even if it doesn't look like what we think it's supposed to look like, the progress we think we're supposed to have already made by now, let's just celebrate the season that we're in right now and enjoy the season that we're in right now. Showing up for yourself quietly, constantly, that's the real flex. Like, to be honest, like, really diving deep in what you truly desire and what you know God has for you, what you're supposed to be receiving in this season, without it being an announcement every single day, without it being something that you're seeking validation for. Okay? Like, that's the real flex. Comment below if y'all think that's the real flex. Put some like blue hearts. Blue heart me, baby girl. Blue heart me. Okay, let's do this third part, and then we're going to do the fourth part, and we're going to be done with this braid out. And it's going to be so cute. Maybe I'll come back in the morning and show y'all what it looked like in the morning, because I'm already feeling like a baddie. Mama hair gonna be done tomorrow. She ain't gonna be looking a hot mess no more with a little stacky ass, little rusty last ass bun. Because that's what a bitch been wearing. So much of our comparison comes from us secretly feeling unhappy, right? At least with our day-to-day life, we feel unhappy, right? And so we want their body, we want their life, we want their routine. Because deep down, we feel like we aren't doing it enough, that we're not enough. But what if you turn that energy inward? You use it to design your own version of health, your own version of peace and joy. You don't need a viral body transformation. Okay, you don't need that. You need a rhythm that's going to help support you mentally, physically, and spiritually. Physical goals, your real life mom goals, wife goals, woman goals, all of them. Okay. You got to find a rhythm that's going to help you get there. So the goal itself is going to be alignment, not aesthetics. We love aesthetic, but it's going to be more so alignment. That's where the shifts are going to start to happen. When you start focusing on that alignment that we were talking about, and not so much just like the aesthetic of looking like you're actually doing what you're supposed to be doing, that is when you'll start doing stuff that you actually like. Okay. That's when you'll start actually seeing the results. You start doing the workouts that you like, you'll be committed to them. You'll start cooking the meals that you like. Man, that's somebody nasty ass boring meals that you've been following. You'll start doing the things and seeing the results that you actually want. Like, that is what self-care looks like. That's why I'm doing this little self-care routine for myself, because, you know, like, you get tired of like seeing people look put together all damn day online. It's just like, let me go get myself together, right? Let me go do something for me, because that's what matters the most. Not just looking at other people doing what they want to do for themselves while you sit in the house upset about life and complaining and woe is me. And you have the same opportunities to get your shit together too, sis. So why not start? And it doesn't got to be complicated, and you don't got to be perfect while you're doing it. And I'm running out of freaking products, but we're going to use what we got. So I'm going to give y'all the rundown what y'all going to be doing. I have no more products, but we're going to use what we got. And I'm mixing up some stuff. I got some Inner Scent I Create Whole Gel and some Olori leave-in detangler, because you don't use. I'm trying not to do so much leave-in, because honestly, I just put leave-in in my hair, and this stuff right here is just, you don't want your hair to be too wet. So we're just gonna see those mix together well, and they do. We're not wasting any more time looking at nobody else's shit. We're not doing it anymore. We are not comparing ourselves to other girls on the internet who don't live your life, who not in the season that you in. Like, I can't believe I'm comparing myself to 25-year-olds that don't got no fucking kids. Like, why? Girl, you had your time already. You already was 25 and fine. You know what I mean? Like, you had that season without your kid. You got kids now, B. So like, act like it. We're not gonna rush the timeline that God never gave us. Okay, says who? We gotta be XYZ because we see such and such who's 23 or such and such who's 35 and they already living their dream life. Whatever that means, right? Whatever that means for them, right? We're not gonna rush our timeline because God never gave us that timeline. That's it. That's on that. We're not going to shrink ourselves and become burnt out and overwhelmed and doing too much just to feel like we got caught up. We're not doing that. We're not doing that, sis. Not anymore. We're not going to pretend like we're okay when we're actually really overwhelmed. We're going to ask for help when we need help. Okay? We're going to ask for help when we need help. We're not going to pretend like we got it all together. Instead, what we're going to be doing is protecting our peace. Setting those boundaries, healthy boundaries. We're going to go at our own pace, because the only person that you're in a competition with is with your old self. Like, truthfully, when we're building our body and our mind, our habits with compassion and grace, not pressure. We ain't pressuring ourselves to overdo shit. We're going to move our bodies because we get to move our bodies. It's not a punishment. It's not something that we're forced to do. You know, we're doing it because we want to take care of ourselves and we want to feel good about ourselves. We're going to cook our meals because our bodies deserve to be nourished. It doesn't deserve to be eating takeout every damn day and to go and DoorDash and not drinking no water and just a bunch of sugar and alcohol all day. We're going to take care of ourselves because our bodies deserve that. We want to feel good. We want to look good. So we got to make sure whatever we put in our body is going to resemble that. Comparison don't get to run the show anymore. You do. Okay? We're not going to let the thief come in the night and take our happiness. It's time for us to just honestly rebuild our lives that we don't have to escape from. There's nothing left in here. I just need a little bit, just a little bit. And that's truthfully what it all boils down to, is like really creating a life that you don't have to run away from. And that takes time. It truly takes time. Okay, so I just put a little bit of gel, and I put the gel on my hair because this is a natural gel, and I know it's not gonna flick or anything crazy. So I just put on my edges. But this is the final braids for them tomorrow. I know y'all like trying to. We're not here for the braid, we're here for the word. But for those of you that want a good hairdo for the next day. You got a hairdo and a good girl chat all in one. I'm back tomorrow to show y'all what it looked like. But girlfriend, if you like more content like this, just go ahead and comment below what you're currently struggling with. No, I don't want to be too much in y'all business, but one thing that you're going to be switching it up. Okay, one thing you're not doing anymore. What's one thing that you're not doing anymore? Like, we're not comparing ourselves anymore. We're not looking at people that aren't living similar lives to us and using them as the blueprint of what we actually want. Like, we're not going to be watching someone who is younger than you, that don't have the same responsibilities as you, that is living a freedom life, if you so will, okay? Because that's what I consider a freedom life. We have all this free time and luxury time, and comparing your 2 babies, man, household, dog, and all this shit to that. You cannot do that. You'll be behind in your mind all the time. So I'll be back in the morning show. I'll find out results, I think. But yeah, it was lovely chatting. Like, I enjoyed this. We'll be back for more.
People be rolling.